What's your passion? What fuels you? Hawaii Pacific Health's Bone and Joint Team is here for you and your family, so you can keep doing what you love. Hawaii Pacific Health Bone and Joint Centers.
Aloha basketball fans and Mele Kalikimaka. Merry Christmas from the Iolani Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health. You're looking live at the Father Bray Athletic Center and the lower gym as they are going through the starting lineups for this game here in the winner's bracket, but both of these teams lost last night. We are talking about the Imhotep Institute Charter High School Panthers and the Iolani School Raiders. Hello everybody, I'm John Tamanaha alongside Derek Lowe. Thanks for joining us, Derek, for another Iolani game. The Raiders last night lost to Utah Prep 84-30. Kind of maybe what we expected. You don't know what the margin's going to be, but it was dominated by Utah Prep.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, Utah Prep came and, did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
But Iolani fought.
Yeah.
I think they fought, for, what was it, maybe a quarter and a half. And then, man, size takes over at some point. Iolani had their runs when they were making a few baskets and getting to the rim and getting fouled. But, when you go up against size and length like Utah Prep had, eventually it just wears you down. And, Utah Prep was able to increase the lead more and more and more throughout the game. But all in all, the Raiders went out there, and I think, they gave the crowd a little bit to cheer about.
What was a little bit surprising was Imhotep lost to Oak Hill. Not that they lost, but the score was 93-56. Oak Hill Academy came to life. We'll talk more about that as we get going. Aiden Gu will jump center against Zion Green, and the Raiders get the tap. Teokson gives it to Wong, knocked away from him. Both teams, school colors, red, black, and white. The Raiders are in their white uniforms, home. Imhotep in the black. Aiden Wong with it, the senior. This is Aiden Gu. Back to Aiden Wong. He'll shoot this jumper. Rebound rolls off and into the hands of Lorenzano White. R.J. Smith gives it to Lorenzano White. Shot off the rim, but rebound collected by Carnell Henderson. Saved right to Teoxcan. I'm not sure. There were a couple of Panthers there, but good pass by Aiden Wong.
It's usually a rule of thumb, right? You don't want to inbound the ball, underneath that basket in fear of them getting the ball and just putting it right back up. But he was able to kind of get that right through the middle.
Aiden Wong, good passer, even when he's flying out of bounds and turning his body. Ian Smith, one of the two Smiths in the backcourt for the Panthers. Call for the first personal foul on the first basket of the game. That goes to Aiden Gu.
Yeah, Iolani's going to need a little bit more of that tonight, in order for them to, if they want some good results against Imhotep. But it's good to see Aiden Gu, shooting with confidence still.
Turnover for the Panthers. Entry pass to Zion Green goes out of bounds. Checking in for Imhotep is Kevin Benson III. Panthers applying some backcourt pressure. Wong gets it across. Aiden Wong working against Carnell Henderson, a pair of seniors. Aiden Gu will try the baseline, draws a foul. Benson whistle for the personal foul.
Imhotep provides a little different pressure than what Iolani had to face against Utah Prep. Utah Prep was big and long, but Imhotep a little bit smaller, but they get up into you. So Iolani has to take care of the ball really well.
6-0. Raiders out in front. Panthers looking to respond here. Ian Smith couldn't get it inside to Green. Green sets up on the other side. Now he's got it in three-point territory. Foul called. Teoxin. Whistle for the personal foul.
A little reach in.
First team foul on the Raiders. Smith, three rattles out. Teoxin, they rebound. Gu for three.
Oh. It's got to be a heat check right there.
Yeah.
I think he's allowed that one.
Oh, might have been a step there. Knocked away by Gu. Got the ball back. Declan Beckett in transition. Shikamori skips it over the top. Wong. Ooh, shuffled the feet. Raiders turn it over, but the Raiders lead it 6-0. All six by Aiden Gu. RJ Smith gives it over to Benson the third. RJ inside to Green. The Panthers are on the board with a slam dunk.
Yeah, that backside help has to be much, much sooner, or else that will happen a lot.
Raymond Teoxin gives it to Declan Beckett, the Iolani captain. Just a sophomore. Gu drives, step back. Give it to Beckett. Wong thought about three. 7 on the shot clock. He'll shoot it from the elbow. Rebound Henderson. Henderson drives, whips it underneath to Zion Green for the lay-in. Zion's got all 4 for Imhotep. Gu has all 6 for the Raiders. They've got the ball and the lead. Trey Chikamori, one of the 3 seniors on this Iolani team. Now Aiden Gu. Beckett. 12 on the shot clock. 35-second shot clock in use here at the Iolani Classic. Gu tries baseline, his pass knocked away, but it goes to Aiden Wong, and the senior hits the three-pointer. Iolani all 9 of its points from Gu and Wong, the 2 Aidens. That's Gu with the rebound on the run. And Aiden Wong drives the lane strong. Can't finish off the glass. Here comes Green. He'll lay it off to Talasi Henderson. 30-second timeout called by Imhotep. Well, through 5 minutes, a little more than 5 minutes, Derek. Your thoughts?
Well, I mean, it's still early yet, but you know, Iolani is playing. You know, they're shooting with confidence, and you know, I was questioning that coming into today's game. You know, after last night, but it's good to see Aiden Gu, you know, go 2 for 3 so far from the 3-point line. Aiden Wong has 1. But you know, I was trying to listen to Coach Ryan, you know, instruct his team while they're playing, and you know, he's really trying to get them to move the ball sideline to sideline, cut hard, you know, and I think that's exactly what they need to continue to do. You know, they need to move this defense, and just like you see, if they get passes off penetration, right, move the ball, they get wide open shots, they can continue to knock them down.
Talked to Coach Ryan earlier this afternoon. Asked him, what are you looking for? He said simple things. You know, you talked about some of the things on offense, but he's like, getting between the man and the basket. You know, getting back on defense.
It doesn't get much simpler than that.
Yeah.
You know, but just like you saw, you know, Aiden drove all the way to the rim. No one got back on defense, right? And they got a wide open layup. So they're going to have to, you know, try to minimize that as much as possible.
Banked in three. Iolani dozen points, all from the beyond the arc. That one from Declan Beckett. Stolen back, but called for a foul. Yeah, Beckett for the reach. Hard to get back on defense, though, against Utah Prep.
That one's a little,
task.
tricky. You know, when you have players that can just throw the ball down so fast, and then you have guys like AJ Daibanso who can take 1-2 dribbles and, you know, get all the way to a dunk.
Yeah, I don't even know if I call those outlet passes. Those were like 75, 80-foot passes. They were incredible. Aiden Gu. Closely guarded, but it gets away, has a shot roll off the rim. Getting back on defense, and it goes off Green. See the Raider bench. Maybe they know the message, encouraging their teammates. Yeah, we got back.
But see, that's one of the little things. And, you know, Coach Ryan knows from Coach Cal Hashimoto how big he was on the behind-the-back steal. There Declan goes, chases him down, and and tips it out on his leg.
Pick in the pocket. Beckett with it, draws a double team, slapped out of bounds. They reset the 35.
Yeah.
.130 to go here in the first quarter. Thanks for joining us on the Iolani School YouTube and Spectrum Xcast. There's a little lull here.
Are they checking the clock?
Yeah, you know, the ball was slapped out of bounds. I mentioned that they reset the 35. It wasn't a possession. I think it was off a hand.
Yeah, deflection, so maybe it doesn't reset.
So they go back to 31. That's what I saw. The shot clock operator, it's a hard job. You got a whole list of rules in front of you. Aiden Wong being guarded by Henderson. Ten on the shot clock. 6. Gu needs to put it up. Misfires on the 3. Panthers on the run. Teoxen commits the foul. He did that on purpose, but it won't be an intentional foul. Kind of hit it right well.
Yeah, no, he got in front of him, you know, and it's a good foul. You know, stop the ball, allow Iolani to set their defense and get back. But again, you know, you got to do a better job of getting back on defense and setting a wall so they don't just get all the way to their basket.
That was Ray's second personal foul here in the first quarter. Green drives down the lane, gets it to go over Ambrose Smith, the Raider sophomore who's into the game. That's just the sophomore.
That's good defense from Ambrose.
Yeah.
You know, he had that verticality with his hands. Good job not fouling him and giving him the and one.
23 on the shot clock, about a 5-second differential with the game clock. 20 to go here in the first quarter. Raiders with the ball and a 4-point lead. 8-7. Goes out of bounds. Iolani turnover. That gives Imhotep 11.4 seconds to work with.
Yeah, I think on that one they had that pin down. Declan tried to get it to Aiden Gu, but two guys jumped out at him. He had actually Ambrose on the slip.
Clock running, 8. Foul called. Brody Sagawa. We saw this in the previous game yesterday. Well, Sagawa, the Raider football safety, comes in and does the fouls to give. He does it again. I like that. That's good substitutions with Coach Ryan. Purposeful.
Yep, bring him in. You know, they had fouls to give. Bring the clock down a little bit more. Force them to take a shot with less time.
Now it's 5.1 under their own basket. Back to the inbounder, Carnell Henderson. And Ambrose Smith denies that last attempt. So after the first quarter of play, Iolani 12, Imhotep 8 here at the Iolani Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health.
Rox, what's going on over there? Come on. Some kind of orangey stuff.
I think it's orange oil
Orange oil? What's that about?
for termites.
We should do that. But I don't think our guys do that.
So why don't we get the right guys?
At Pest Tech Hawaii, we offer orange oil treatment as an alternative to tent fumigation. So let our guys be your guys.
We're Pest Tech Hawaii.
Welcome to Hilo, Hawaii, where the water is as pure as the aloha that flows through it. Waiakea water is naturally alkaline, full of minerals and electrolytes, and always giving back to our planet and people. Live aloha, drink Waiakea.
John Tamanaha and Derek Lowe back here with you from the Father Bray Athletic Center here at Iolani School for the 40th Iolani Classic. Can you believe it's 40 times this tournament has been held?
Oh man, that's impressive. I mean, all started by Coach Glenn Young. What's even crazier is to think that before he passed away, he was doing this all by himself.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable.
And you're part of the tournament committee, and you know how many of us are working on it and how much there is to do.
It takes the entire village.
Green spins. Absorbs some contact from Ambrose Smith, but scores underneath. Twelve to 10. Raiders in the lead. Aiden Gu needs to get it across, stolen away by Lorenzano White. And Beckett needs to commit the personal foul.
Yeah, you know, when they're pressing like that, you know, you want to do minimum amount of ball dribbling the ball. You know, especially when they're trying to trap from behind or make you sprint dribble. If you can keep your head up, get the ball, look up court. You know, you got guys wide open, but when you try to over dribble too much, that's when they get you.
And then the pass went to Wong, and right when he got it and turned around, there was a Panther right on him. Aiden Wong. Teoxen gets it across. Runs into a trap, tried to bounce it off, but it stayed in bounds. Henderson thought about the three, instead settles for the two on the drive to the basket. That gives the Panthers the lead, 14 to 12. Full timeout called by Coach Ryan Hirata. We will take the break with him and be back at the Iolani Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health.
Your brain controls everything you think, see, and do. 80 billion cells working together, creating the essence of who you are. Strengthen your brain.
We're 12-14.
Stuck at 12. 6-0 run.
Back here at the Iolani Classic, Imhotep now in the lead over the host Iolani Raiders. All of the Raider points have come from beyond the arc. Imhotep, mostly inside.
Yeah, I think all inside.
Yeah, not surprising.
Yeah.
Raiders 4 of 6 from 3. 2 triples from Gu, 1 from Beckett, and another from Aiden Wong. Good press break there. Oh. Chikamori tried to get it to Wong, got knocked out of bounds and off him. Another Raider turnover. Ian Smith with it. Nice pass to Zion Green, who drops it in. Zion Green's got 8. Gu drives on Green. Wide open for Wong. Panthers on the run here. Green called for the offensive foul. Trying to bully his way into Trey Chikamori.
Good job. You know, Trey getting in the way of the bigger, taller player, sacrificing his body.
Zion Green is 6'10".
Trey Chikamori, maybe 5'6", 5'7".
Listed at 5'9".
Oh, 5'9"?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's got to be generous.
Isn't that how it works?
Yeah, I guess
Typically.
So. Usually give yourself a couple inches, couple extra.
Thankfully for most of us. Aiden Wong. This is Ray Teoxen, and now Aiden Gu. 15 on the shot clock. Declan Beckett, Raider sophomore. Clock winding down. Wong called for traveling.
Yeah, it seems this Imhotep defense, it's just ball pressure, but it's really getting to Iolani and making them speed up and do things uncharacteristically.
RJ Smith, he traveled. There's some confusion if Imhotep is calling a timeout. They are not. It's different kinds of hand motions.
Yeah, the coach is questioning, that travel call on them. He's like, there's no way that was a travel.
Imhotep up 4. 5:10 to go. Gu almost hit a long 3. Henderson, big jump step in the lane. Charging foul. Drawing it. Trey Chikamori. Oh, he's doing a great job on defense.
Yeah, he's already picked up 2 charges.
Wong, he absorbs contact. They'll get Talasi Henderson for the personal foul. Imhotep has 2 Hendersons, Talasi and Carnell. 2 Smiths, RJ and Ian.
Talasi. Who's that? Samoan.
Yeah. We got to check with Kevin Scanlon. He'll ask him. Aiden Wong being hounded by R.J. Smith, but he gets loose and rolls one in.
Ooh, I like that.
Raiders goal from inside the arc.
Yeah, great move.
Aiden's got 5. The 6'10" Green fouled in the lane. Teoxen's 3rd personal foul. That's something to watch. Just the 2nd team foul on the Raiders. Lorenzano White is fouled underneath. Chikamori whistled for the personal. Lorenzano White. Are they yelling Kurt Rambis? Is that what I heard? Is this something similar?
Sounds like it. I mean, it would be fitting.
Oh, because of the glasses.
Yeah, with the
I get
goggles.
it. I get it.
The goggles.
Lorenzano White hits the free throw. Goo up high and then over to Sagawa, who can't get the layup because Carnell Henderson blocks it on the backboard.
An athletic block, man. The chase down and the pin on the glass.
Where did he come from? Now he's got it on the offensive end. And Aiden Wong gets in the way of that one on the baseline. 22 seconds on the shot clock. 4:04 to go until halftime. Green strong into the lane. Zion Green leads all scorers with 10. He's got it now, looking for more. Instead feeds for the three-pointer. Aiden Wong called for the personal foul, 4th team foul on the Raiders here in the second quarter. Carter Holden will check in for Iolani after this free throw. Who is he replacing? 6 Raiders, okay. Brody Sagawa. Henderson's second free throw. That one also rolls out. Strong box out and rebound by Aiden Gu. Aiden Wong all working off a strong screen from Beckett. Declan gets that back and swishes home the 3.
Could already tell when that left his hand, he caught it in rhythm, knew that he was going to shoot it, and it came off nicely.
Yeah, we had a great angle on that one. R.J. Smith matches him from the top of the key, though. Put it back up to a 5-point lead for the Panthers. Holden. This pass tipped and stolen away by Lorenzano White. He gets one to go. Wong turns, races its way into the front court. Still with it. Now switches off onto the 6'10" Lorenzano White. The 6'3" Carnell Henderson grabs the rebound and loses it out of bounds. Turning it back over to Iolani. Kevin Benson the third. Checks back in. Holden gives it to Beckett. one goes out of bounds.
I think those are the unforced turnovers that really hurt you. You know, Iolani has been shooting the ball well, you know, but they got to get attempts at the basket. If they don't, you know, they're just giving extra points to Imhotep.
Stolen away by Gu. And Aiden Wong shot off the mark. Green with the rebound. Green stops and pops. Fight for the rebound. Bodies on the floor. Possession arrow. Points in favor of Iolani. The floor crew goes to work. 1:49 to go until halftime. Raiders down 7. Ooh. They had the ball stolen away. Lorenzano White gives it back to the Raiders. Noah Singer will check in for the Raiders. Giving some rest to Aiden Wong. And the Raiders turn it over once again. Lay it up
turnover.
And in. Latif Lorenzano White. Singer. See if the Raiders can put something together here on the offensive end. Holden comes out of the corner. Shikamori. Gives it to Declan Beckett, 12 on the shot clock. Gu's gonna shoot it with 6 on the shot clock. Rebound Green. Bounce pass, intercepted by Gu. Beckett lofts it up. Holden put back, no. Here come the Panthers. And score it. Kevin Benson III will go to the line with the and one opportunity. And he does complete the traditional three-point play. Shikamori trapped. Timeout called. Ryan Hirata, who was standing right in front of that trap. 30-second timeout. You're a point guard, Derek. That kind of pressure. They've got 6'10" student athletes out there, 6'4", trapping you in the corner. It's tough sledding.
It is, you know, it is. It's not easy, and I know for a fact, you know, the Raiders, you know, they don't see this type of length and size and speed and quickness, but you know, it's not like they haven't prepared for it.
Yeah.
You know, they know exactly who they face. They did their scouting report. They know that Imhotep, you know, applies pressure, does full court presses and stuff. But I think, you know, throughout the game, I think sometimes players maybe are afraid to make mistakes, or they don't want to pass the ball because they know it might be a turnover, so they hold on to it. But, you know, look down the court, because your teammates are wide open, and be willing to make a decisive pass.
There's one into the corner. Beckett open for a 3. What happened there?
I think they're saying
Shikamori was the one who went flying out of bounds during the three-point shot.
Oh.
So it'll be Shikamori will go to the line to shoot 2. The shooter was not fouled.
It's like Kevin Benson kind of checked Trey Shikamori and then, you know, was able to get the foul.
Trey will get 2 shots from the free throw line, hits the first. been a while. Like Beckett had an open look from 3 in the corner. That's, where Raiders have scored most of their points. But that closeout comes quick. And also that length makes you double think if you're going to loft it up.
Yeah, it speeds you up a little bit.
Yeah.
And if you don't practice at game speed, that can affect, your shot.
And when it comes quickly, I know you're a big fan of the pump fake. So, there's going to be a flyby, and then you can attack and give it to a teammate. R.J. Henderson, one of the quickest players in the tournament, and that's saying a bunch. 5'9" junior with it. Because it's to Benson the third, and he drains the 3. And so, after the first half of play, Imhotep Charter 32, Iolani School 19. Raiders kind of huddling up here before heading out of the gym. Coach Lowe, if you were at the head of this program, instead of your teammate, classmate, friend, Ryan Hirata, what would you tell the Raiders in the locker room?
Oh, man, I think I have a pretty good idea of what Coach Ryan is going to tell them.
You do.
But primarily, Imhotep, you got to give them credit. They found Iolani's weakness, and yes, their size is one of it. So they're taking advantage. Getting a lot of points in transition. Once they get the defensive rebound, they're pushing it back. Iolani is slow to get back in transition, right? So I know one thing is Ryan's going to tell them, hey, you guys got to get back. We got to send at least 2 players, maybe 3 back on defense because not all of them go for offensive rebounds. So what are you actually doing? Are you just watching the ball? Are you getting caught in a wrong position, right? So Ryan's going to make an emphasis on getting back in transition. And I think, the other thing is turnovers. I don't know exactly how much turnovers Iolani has, but it's quite a few. And there's been times where, we've been stuck. Iolani has been stuck on 12 points for a while, and they weren't even getting shot attempts.
Yeah.
And that's not a good thing. So transition defense, getting back, and then taking care of the ball and at least getting looks at the basket because, right now they're shooting 45% from 3. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So if they can get more attempts, at least good shot attempts, I think they'll be fine.
Some of the turnovers were of the same variety, so it'll be interesting to see if any adjustments are made and what happens in the second half. Imhotep, if you just joined us, they are playing Iolani, which is maybe not so much of a surprise, but the Oak Hill game last night was thought to be going to be a little bit closer than it was. It ended up Oak Hill 93-56 over Imhotep. So everybody was wondering how are they going to respond. It took a little time to get going, but then they got their engines revved up. At the end of the first quarter, Iolani led 12-8, and then during that break, they came out with a house of fire, and within 56 seconds, they had taken the lead 14-12, and they lead it 32-19 at the break here at the Iolani Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health.
When you come to Iolani, something you'll constantly hear is one team.
Our one-team culture began in athletics.
In arenas that demanded humble leadership
and persistent teamwork.
Over time, this ethos has found its way into almost every aspect of life at Iolani.
Ways that are both felt and found in passing.
In its simplest definition, the idea of one team isn't very unique.
We've all heard it in speeches or stories about the team over the individual.
But this implies too little for a way of life we have defined with so much.
You see, one team values shape our education.
Pairing knowledge with character.
passion with discipline. It reminds us of humility in success
and persistence in failure.
One Team reveals that the true impact of our education doesn't only lie with what we've learned.
It develops in us values that see the compassionate choice.
Choices that give back and solve problems that matter to all of us.
It's the understanding that when we stand for each other,
we lift each other up.
The One Team spirit endures in our global community of educators and students,
artists and entrepreneurs,
doctors and lawyers and researchers and leaders,
who all recognize that the greatest challenges we face are overcome when we work together as one.
This is what we pass on to our students, faculty, families.
Because we believe this is the most gracious way to live, as well as the greatest foundation to go out into the world
with great poise, empathy, and determination.
Iolani School, One Team.
What's your passion? What fuels you? Hawaii Pacific Health's Bone and Joint Team is here for you and your family, so you can keep doing what you love. Hawaii Pacific Health Bone and Joint Centers.
Hey, I got the job. So I can go part-time. Yes!
Some days bring new opportunities. First Hawaiian Bank can help you say yes to making the most of them. Manage your accounts, earn cash back, and when you need advice, we're here for you.
We should really get him into an art program.
No matter where your journeys take you, you can bank on the best. First Hawaiian Bank. It all starts with yes.
Welcome back to the Father Kenneth A. Bray Athletic Center, where we are at halftime of game 21 between the Iolani Raiders and Imhotep Panthers. Coming up after this one will be Paul VI taking on Wheeler. That's going to be a great game, as will be the two semifinals that come up after that one. Oak Hill Academy from Mouth of Wilson, Virginia, taking on Utah Prep from Hurricane, Utah. That'll be at 6:30 p.m. Followed by the second semifinal, Veritas Academy. Their home base is in Santa Fe Springs, California, just outside of LA, taking on Brewster Academy from Wolfeboro, New Hampshire. A lot of these teams have come a long way to play basketball here in Honolulu. It's been a great tournament. Your thoughts so far, Derek?
Oh, amazing tournament. You know, as always, it's such a treat for, you know, basketball fans in Hawaii to get to see this type of caliber of players and teams. But, you know, also, you know, for the local teams as well.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
I mean, just seeing these guys up close, and you never know. Some of these players can be in the NBA, you know, in a few years. I remember, you know, there's always a few sleepers in the Classic that you don't realize.
That's right.
And I think I mentioned this to someone the other day. I remember this kid, Victor Oladipo. I think he won the dunk contest. No one really know who he was. Next thing you know, he's winning the dunk contest in the NBA. You know, had a long, good career with a few different teams. You know, Kevon Looney from the Warriors. You know, those guys that kind of are high profile, but you don't really. They're not the Kevin Durant's, right? But you know, they make long careers in the NBA. But so very good treat for the people of Hawaii. You know, to see this kind of talent. And as always, the Iolani Classic delivers.
That does happen quite often when you're watching a college game or an NBA game, and you're like, hey, that name rings a bell.
Yeah, hey, that guy looks familiar. He came to the Iolani Classic.
Yeah. And the local teams involved, you'll get an idea of who they are if I give the consolation scores from earlier today. University Lab, they're going to be a handful in the ILH. They defeated Kapa 52-43. Punahou, always a handful in the ILH, defeated Kahuku 68-51. Leilehua beat Kamehameha Schools-Kapalama 67-64. And Osaka Gakuin from Suita City, Osaka, Japan, defeated Kalani 61-29. They've been a lot of fun to watch during this tournament.
Yeah, I can imagine. And I think I saw a little bit of their previous games, nothing, they might lack athleticism, but oh man, all of them are fast.
Yeah, and the effort.
Fast, the effort is always going to be there. You wouldn't expect anything less from a team from Japan, but the way they apply ball pressure, it's pretty fun to watch.
I saw them going through some pre-game warm-ups and calisthenics and different things out there in the I courtyard here on campus. I pointed it out to a coach and said, look at that. Look at what they're doing. Very interesting.
No, it's definitely, you can take a lot, from teams like that. If only young players in Hawaii or teams can see that and take note and be like, that's how you got to prepare. That's how much effort you got to give, when you're on defensive end or when you're playing.
Game 21. Second half underway. Imhotep leading at 32-19 over the host Raiders. And the Raiders come up with a steal. Aiden Gu. Good job on defense there. Teoscan gives it to Aiden Wong. Aiden looking for a teammate. Needs some help. Does find Declan Beckett. Aiden Gu. Thought about a logo 3 there. Gu has it now on this side. Nice drive to the basket, but gets turned away at the rim. Carnell Henderson, strong move to the glass. Gu with the rebound and a push ahead. Now he's got it beyond the arc. That's his game right there.
Yep.
Gu's third three-pointer. He's got all 9 of his points from long distance. Zion Green working against Gu. Gu gets the rebound, doing it at both ends. Throws it away there though. And gets it back, but Aiden Wong will call for the personal foul from behind. I think that's Paul VI that's walking into the gym. Getting ready for the next game. They will take on Wheeler from Marietta, Georgia. Trey Chikamori has it stolen away by R.J. Smith. Blocking foul called on Gu. His first personal foul.
I like the effort. I mean, you can see the Raiders, trying to get themselves in position, trying to get those charge calls. That's just in the DNA of the Iolani teams.
Yeah, Raider basketball. Sacrifice the body. Gu called for the foul there as Green puts it through.
They called that
on Ray. It's his 4th, so the coaches are trying to get a clarification there.
Yeah, it looked like that was on Gu.
Yeah, surely. No instant replay here for the officiating. Pinned on the backboard by Lorenzano White. So now Gu gets called for his second personal. I guess once it's reported to the scores table, that's it. I mean, that was kind of non-trivial.
Yeah.
Where Teoscan has 4 personals now.
I don't even know if he was even close to the play.
Carnell Henderson in a crowd there. And then he gets fouled. It's like all 10 players were in the lane there. And then Chikamori went flying out to the top side. Henderson, 6'3" senior. Hits the free throw. He came in with 26 points and 3 3-pointers in the tournament. 15 against Kamehameha, and then 11 against Oak Hill last night. Up ahead to Beckett, quickly over to Smith. Floater in the lane, no good for Wong. Tries to get it back. Tenacious, but Green survives. Ian Smith gets cut off, gives it to Henderson, cutting to the basket though. Aiden Wong. 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Raiders trail it by 17. Beckett gets into the lane and scores off the glass.
There you go. What a nifty little move. A little Euro step to the outside.
Zion Green snap pass underneath to Carnell Henderson. Henderson's got 8 now. Shikamori tried to bounce it to Smith. Henderson spinning, going glass, and Zion Green cleaning up with a dunk.
They're not going to block out the 6'10" guy.
Foul called on Ian Smith. Smith, 5'11", just a freshman. He'll check out of the game here. Kevin Benson, the third, and Talasi Henderson into the game. Little miscommunication, but saved. Aiden Wong right in front of his dad, Adam. Nice step through and score it. Aiden Wong. .25 on the shot clock here. Green, no good. Gu, rebound. Smith up ahead to Wong. Beckett being aggressive, but it goes out of bounds. Full timeout called by Imhotep coach Andre Noble, who's in his 21st season. His team leads at 43-26 here at the Iolani Classic, presented by Hawaii Pacific Health.
We've always started ourselves as a hospitality company, so we're the first and last impression of our guests. Valet parking, do private parties, hospital, we do commercial properties, and then hotels. We'll pretty much do anything that's service-oriented and try to put smiles on people's face.
We're always looking for good candidates. We provide the skill set, the opportunities. So if you're looking for a job, go to our website, eliteparking.net/careers. We'll be definitely waiting for you.
Imhotep from Philadelphia, leading Iolani 43-26. Last season, the Panthers went 29-3, undefeated in their conference. Won the PIAA 5A Boys Championship. You think about Philadelphia teams. Newman Goretti from Philadelphia won in 2022. Roman Catholic won the Iolani Classic in 1995. And who could forget, for those who are old enough, West Philadelphia that won the first Iolani Classic in 1983. You know, West Philadelphia, the fans enjoyed them so much and they enjoyed coming to Hawaii so much. Coach Young brought them out for the first 3 Iolani Classics.
Oh, wow.
The Speed Boys.
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Smith gets his shot blocked by a standing green.
Oh.
Driving inside the arc. Can't get that one to go. Was Benson the third. Smith called for the personal foul. And Derek, you think about, I just mentioned some of the high school teams, the 3 that we've seen here that have won the Iolani Classic, which is so very hard to do. But you think of Philadelphia, you think of the Big 5, where college teams. When you were at Washington State, did you ever play in the Palestra against LaSalle or Drexel or Penn, Temple?
You know, we never went to Philly in order to play, but I do remember when we were in the tryouts for Team USA, we actually were in Philadelphia, and we practiced. I forget which gym we practiced in, but yeah, we spent some time over there.
Oh, cool. Aiden Gu with the 3. A lot of good basketball in Philadelphia. Villanova, Temple, St. Joe's.
And my Team USA coach was actually Jay Wright from Villanova.
Okay, yeah. Micah Lyle with the 3-pointer. Micah into the game, ready to fire away. That's good to see. Nice. Clever pass inside to Benson.
You know, Imhotep does a really good job when someone penetrates, you know, and the defense just gets caught watching the ball. Someone from the backside cuts to the rim, and they're really good at finding that pass. They've done it several times tonight.
Henderson scores underneath. Carnell Henderson is in double digits with 10 in this game. 36 points in the Iolani Classic so far. Blocking foul called on Talasi Henderson. (49-29), 47 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Beckett to Wong. Now Gu, 15 on the shot clock. Gets it to the lane, gets it off the rim. Earns himself a trip to the free throw line. The Raider Jr., 6'4".
You see him try to mix it up a little bit. You know, he's been pretty successful from the 3 tonight, but you see him, you know, displaying his ability to put the ball on the floor, initiate contact.
Good foul shooter. So far in the preseason, he is 15 of 19. Troy Freitas checks into the game for the first time, and Noah Singer comes back in. Beckett and Wong will take a rest. Holden with the rebound. Gets the Raiders another possession here. Freitas has his pocket picked by R.J. Smith, and Troy commits the foul on the court. Smith will have to earn those 2 from the line.
Yeah, that's always hard. You know, Freitas just coming into the game, probably, you know, for sitting for almost 3 quarters right now. You know, probably legs weren't ready, mentally maybe not ready. You know, and you know, you got to do a better job ball handling, taking care of the ball, not getting ripped at half court.
Working against R.J. Smith, like we said, one of the quickest players in the tournament. He's got offers from Bryant and Delaware State. He hits that free throw as well. 51-30. Wong conserving some time. Works off a screen from Beckett. Gu from long distance. And that'll do it after 3 quarters. Imhotep leading at 51-30 here at the Iolani Classic, presented by Hawaii Pacific Health.
Caring for the people of Hawaii has been HMSA's mission since day one.
As a father, everybody just wants the best for their kids. HMSA allows them to get the best health care they can get.
We believe in meeting you where you're at. That's why we have the largest choice of doctors, hospitals, and pharmacies across the state.
Having HMSA as a coverage, we know that we're gonna be covered no matter where we go.
Caring for you is our privilege. It's why we started this company. It's what we do today, and is what we'll continue to do tomorrow.
Hardware Hawaii, your Kailua hardware store. At Hardware Hawaii Kailua, helping you find what you need is our top priority. Take our lead lumberman, Eddie.
How's it?
He enjoys helping customers find what they need.
My customers are like my friends. It really makes my day when I get to help them out.
Right on, Eddie. Here in Kailua, we're here, ready to serve you. Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Back here at the Iolani Classic, game 21 of 32. We got 3 big games coming up next, but in this one, it is Imhotep leading Iolani 51-30. Let's see if the Raiders can start the 4th quarter off on a good foot and gain some momentum. Beckett inside. Singer to Gu. Thought about it. Aiden Wong, he will take a long 3. Lorenzano White with the rebound, and he brings it up. Gives it to R.J. Smith. Works off the screen from Green. No good, but Green runs in and gets the rebound. Always active.
Yeah, attacking the boards. He knows he has the height advantage.
6'10", Zion Green. Just a sophomore, if you can believe that. Aiden Wong sets up Aiden Gu. Green with the rebound. Green, talk about offers. He's got some from UTEP, Michigan, Syracuse. Ball turned over, also Penn State and the aforementioned Villanova Wildcats. Hometown team. Declan Beckett splashes home a 3. He's got 11. Green double team. And he is fouled. So now Gu picks up his 4th personal foul. 2 Raiders have 4. Teoksun and Gu. All 4 of Gu's personals here in the 2nd half. After that Beckett make from beyond the arc. Iolani 8 of 19, 42% from long distance. That's been the bright spot.
And you know, as far as the game is concerned, you know, that's a very good 3-point clip to shoot.
Yeah. At any level.
Yep.
Teokson gives it to Gu. Aiden Wong looking for some cutting teammates. They get it to Beckett. He turns on Smith. Shot is short. Another rebound for Green. Gets called for the carrying.
So it's always funny to see the reactions when the refs make a call. They're like, "Oh, what?" Like, just want the coach to know, like, "Hey, I didn't do nothing."
Yeah, the palms facing skyward.
Yep.
Jackson to Gu. Wong for 3. Yes, Aiden Wong. He's into double digits with 10. Scoring inside R.J. Smith. Beckett. It's knocked away from Gu. Benson throws it down. Kevin Benson the third. 6'4" sophomore. Singer feeds Beckett for 3. 2 in a row for the sophomore, Declan Beckett. Immediate timeout called by Coach Ryan Hirata. Full timeout. We will keep it here with 4:44 to go. 59-39. Want to get any shout outs, Derek?
I was looking around the gym, you know, trying to find my shout out, and you know, I wanted to give it to Coach Doc Mugiishi.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think much people realize, you know, really who that is. And, you know, I was fortunate enough to get to, you know, be a player for him. But what he's done for this school, for this program, I mean, he's such a huge staple of Iolani basketball. And I'll tell everyone, you know, stories. You know, he was a surgeon before.
Yeah.
And so back then, you know, probably no one knows what pagers are now, right?
Yes, yes.
It's a dinosaur. It's a relic, but he had a pager all the time, right? And then
right on the belt.
Right on the belt.
Yeah.
And every practice, you know, whenever he got that page, that was for him to go to surgery, right? So
save a life.
Yeah, save a life, exactly. And you know, we all understood that, but we thought that was so cool. You know, like our coach was a surgeon, and you know, he had bigger things than basketball, but he always made time for us. You know, he had a magnificent run, you know, of state champions.
And back before all of that, if you could believe it, a long, long time ago, he was my 8th grade science teacher for the 2nd semester.
Really? And how was he as a teacher? I know how he is as a coach.
Doc's a great surgeon and a great coach.
Yeah.
Just joking. He was a young teacher. It was cool to get to know him in that realm, and then we would play basketball with him out there on the lower school courts after school.
Yeah, he is just always an avid basketball fan. He never played basketball, but he's just so smart. He understood the game. He thought outside the box, and I do know he also was into classical piano.
Oh yeah, he's very good pianist.
Chess player.
Aiden Gu with a 3-pointer. The junior marksman. Carnell Henderson with it. Directing traffic, 18 on the shot clock. Gets it to the lane. Some quick passes. Baseline jumper rolls off, but Green is there. Gets another rebound. Can't make that one. He'll go to the free throw line. He's solidly into a double-double, particularly in the rebound department.
Yeah. You know, I was never a rebounder. Like I was never a player that boxed out. It was a bad habit of mine, and my dad would be the first one to tell you. But you know, now that I'm behind the mic, I think I have the right to kind of dissect you know, players not blocking out. But you know, Iolani, 6'10" guys, all he's doing is hanging around the rim, you know, getting putbacks.
Yeah.
But a lot of players get caught in bad habit of watching the ball in the air and not blocking out.
Yeah.
But with a player of that size, you gotta get a body on him first and foremost.
Got to find him, get in the way. Teoksun being guarded by Benson. Now Wong, fall back, tipped and a rebound. Zion Green goes behind the back, the 6'10" sophomore. Gets it back, now he'll show us his three-point range. Beckett with the rebound for the Raiders. Under 3 minutes to go here. Snap pass inside Beckett.
Nice. That's good recognition. Beckett had the seal, had his defender on the outside of him, but even better pass from Raymond, you know, to recognize that high-low pass.
Henderson turns down the three in the corner. Throws it away. Ray on the run. Nice pass to Gu, excuse me. Another rebound for Green. Benson drives into the lane. Circus shot won't go. Taps it to the other Henderson. To Lassie Henderson. 3-4 Panthers will check in the next time instead. Make that 5. It was the intentional grab of the jersey to make the platoon substitution.
Get some subs in.
Iolani will respond as well with a 5-for-5 sub. Coming in for the Raiders, Jackson Hung. Lyle checks back in. Holden, Sagawa, and Freitas. Freitas to Hung. Nice bounce pass to Freitas, but it gets swatted away. Sean Shiz Banks Jr. with the block shot. Jockey Williams also in for Imhotep. That's Rocky Johnson guarding Lyle. Micah's shot goes over the top. There's a shoe on the court. That's Micah's.
He's going without the shoe.
Harris 3 off the mark, and then foul called on Lakai Carter. They're going to allow Lyle to put on his shoe. Sagawa to Freitas, lefty 3. .40 seconds to go in this one.
Yep.
Drawing the charge, Brody Sagawa. No surprise there, Raider defender on the football team and on the basketball court.
Yeah, and you saw that develop the whole way. You know, he kept his ground. He didn't move. Great positioning on Brody Sagawa.
Then he slapped 5 with Coach Hirata when he came down court. Coach wanted to do that to recognize him. The Coach Hirata, I can see him down there. He's wearing out that gum.
He is.
Final seconds ticking away. The shot clock is off. 20 on the game clock. 65-44. The Raiders will play their next game tomorrow, also at 3:30 here in the lower gym. Come out and support them. And that buzzer makes it official. 65-44 Imhotep. They will play tomorrow at 5 o'clock. All the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The Panthers and Raiders shaking hands here on the Malka sideline. Derek Lowe, your initial thoughts?
I thought biggest bright spot for the Raiders, was their 3-point shooting. 45.8%. It's awesome. Low spot, was probably their turnover and their transition defense, like I had mentioned at halftime. But I think I definitely question the high of emotion and adrenaline of last night's game, right? And then the next day, right? How do you respond after that kind of game, right? And I thought they did okay for the most part, but I think they could have come up a little bit more with urgency today. I thought they can do a better job of taking care of the ball and not have it lead to too much turnovers. But again, this is preseason. I think it's a good practice and good test for the Raiders heading into the ILH season.
It's going to be fun to watch the league season that's coming up, but all of the teams are guaranteed 4 games in this tournament, so Imhotep and the Raiders have 1 more to go. The Panthers will play the winner of this game coming up next between Paul VI and Wheeler. That'll be a fun one to watch. The Raiders will take on the loser of this ball game tomorrow at 3:30. Thank you to Zach Heltz on the computer and the camera, and thank you to you, Mr. Derek Lowe. This is John Tamanaha reminding you it was Imhotep defeating the host Raiders 65-44. Until next time, aloha.
When it comes to AI, there's something big happening. The smallest things are creating giant revolutions. At Worldwide Technology, we're at the forefront of AI. With our one-of-a-kind AI Proving Ground, Cyber Range, and full-stack approach, you can build, test, protect, and implement AI solutions that deliver for you and your customers in a big way. Worldwide Technology. Together, let's make a new world happen.
What's your passion? What fuels you? Hawaii Pacific Health's Bone and Joint Team is here for you and your family, so you can keep doing what you love. Hawaii Pacific Health Bone and Joint Centers.